Hi, I'm Gemma. I was born and raised here in Luton. I love Luton. I think it's an awesome place to live and I'm very proud to be a Lutonian. Both my parents are British, although my mum's dad was Burmese, which I think is very cool, although I've never been there and I think it has a different name now or something. But anyway, I think that's really awesome. He was actually an actor and my claim to fame is that he was in a film with Ingrid Bergman. That's very cool, isn't it? So yeah, that's my claim to fame. So I was brought up going to church every Sunday. My parents became Christians just before I was born. And that was a really big part of my routine, a really big part of my life. I was part of the church youth group and involved in loads of different bits and pieces. But I don't think I really understood what it meant to have a relationship with Jesus for a very long time. At that time, I think I thought going to church and doing the right thing and being a nice person was what being a Christian was all about. And so when I got into my teen years and life began to get a little bit harder, I didn't really know how to cope with that. We were having some struggles at home with my younger sister. She had some mental health problems and I found it really, really difficult. But I didn't realise what it meant to turn to God in that situation. And so I turned to the things of the world. I turned to alcohol, I turned to smoking weed, I started doing stuff that I'm just not really proud of. And yeah, that was kind of how I lived my life for quite a few years. And then in my later teens, I was in London with a friend and we were messing around, doing things that we shouldn't have been doing. And I actually got arrested, which was a really, really eye-opening experience for me. And it was in the police cell where I was waiting to find out what my fate would be, that God really spoke to me. And he basically said to me that this is what your life is going to be like without me. It's going to go down this route, down this road, and it's just not going to turn out how you want. And so in that moment, I really decided that I wanted to live my life for Jesus. And so that's what I did. I made a decision to join a church, to reconnect with Christian friends, and I wanted to live my life for God. And I think for me, one of the biggest things that God has done in my life is that he has made such a massive impact in the way I view myself. I really struggled with confidence as a teenager, really struggled with my view and perspective of who I am. And he gave me so much more confidence in who I am, in the person that he's made me to be. In 2010, the church I was part of went on a mission trip to India. And I went with them. I felt like that was what God was wanting me to do. And it was a life-changing experience for me. I think just seeing the people there and how they lived and actually how people just love God so much, even though their lives were so difficult, just really opened my eyes. And it was on that trip that God put a burden for youth work in my heart as well. He helped me to see that I really wanted to invest my life into serving young people, into helping them achieve their potential, into helping them come to know Jesus. And so I decided that that was what God was calling me to and what I wanted to commit my life to. And I made that my job, my career from that point. And I haven't looked back and I absolutely love it. So I lived in London throughout my 20s and I came back to Luton in 2017. And when I came back to Luton, I was looking for a church and it took me quite a long time to find St Hugh's actually. I really struggled to find somewhere that felt like home for me. But when I came through the doors at St Hugh's, there was just something about the church that just felt really right. It felt really authentic. It felt like God was really present and he was moving. And so I made a decision that this was where I wanted to plant myself. This is where I wanted to have community. And this is where I wanted to grow my relationship with God. And God is so incredible. He's done so much in my life in so many different ways. And lately he's been showing me what it means to live my life for him in every single area. The way that I think, the things that I do, the things that I say, my perspectives on people and my situations. It's really challenging, but God is incredible. And living my life for him is the best decision I ever made.